The flames still danced in the eyes of Captain Erebos as she watched the last transmission of the Valoran homeworld. An emerald planet turned into smoldering ash. A peaceful race, artists of biology and symphonies, had called Earth their friend for nearly a century. But none of that mattered to the Galactic Council. Their only crime? Offering shelter to a human medical ship that violated some petty hyperspace corridor regulation. The punishment? Total extermination. The broadcast had been deliberate. A warning. A message. But the Council had forgotten something critical. They had forgotten what humans were. And what they became when you burned their friends. Aboard the UNS Vengeance Incarnate, Admiral Roland Mace stood in front of a holographic star map. Hundreds of red dots blinked. Targets. Council fleets. Council worlds. Council pride. We gave peace a chance, he muttered, fists clenched behind his back. And they gave us ashes, replied Commander Jien, a grizzled Martian veteran who had once fought pirates near the Europa frontier. Valoran was under our protection. They knew it. Mace didn't blink. Initiate Omega Protocol. Gasps echoed across the war room. You mean, Jien hesitated. We're unleashing them? Mace nodded slowly. This isn't war. This is message. A human message. Written in blood and fire. The Council sat smug and secure in their orbiting bastion, the Axis Citadel, a moon-sized fortress of politics, arrogance, and decadence. Representatives of over 77 species debated over protocol, borders, and trade tariffs. They were still celebrating the neutralization of Valoran, patting themselves on the back for maintaining galactic order. Then the lights dimmed. A human signal had breached their inner defense grid. Impossible. That firewall was encoded in 11 alien dialects, quantum-locked and guarded by AI that had never been hacked. And yet, on every screen, in every hall, a single message appeared. You chose annihilation over reason. Now feel the cost. Then came the coordinates. Earth didn't just strike with ships. Earth struck with purpose. From the void came the Spectre wings, Earth's Black Ops fleet. Silent, cloaked, and fueled by AI co-pilots that had once passed the Turing test and then evolved beyond it. These were no ordinary soldiers. These were Reapers with names like Midnight Fong, Echo Widow, and Mercy's Lie. They didn't demand surrender. They didn't send ultimatums. They entered orbit, disabled planetary defenses in seconds, and surgically removed every Council installation on the world of Jareth 6, a lush tropical resort planet where Council ministers often vacationed. Now it was a burning memory. No civilian deaths, just politicians and generals. Targeted. Executed. Human precision. On Earth, the people didn't cheer. There were no parades. Just silence. The Valoran hadn't just been allies. They had been friends. Teachers. Healers. One had even composed Earth's interstellar anthem. And now there were none left. But humans remembered. And humans adapted. 3 Council fleets moved to intercept Earth's retaliation efforts. They vanished. Some claimed gravity weapons erased them. Others whispered of antimatter storms engineered by human minds that didn't know how to stop pushing science past morality. The truth was worse. Earth had activated Project Sisyphus, a nightmare protocol involving quantum singularity torpedoes that opened one-way tiers in space-time. Anything caught in their wake didn't just die. It ceased to have ever existed. Entire Council family lines vanished from history. Council historians were confused. Council civilians began protesting the war. Council soldiers began deserting. But the final blow didn't come in the form of weapons. It came in the form of Elias Marr, a historian from Earth who stood before the Axis Citadel after his stealth pod bypassed planetary defense systems like they weren't even there. He didn't carry a gun, just a data crystal. He walked through the once impenetrable chambers and laid it on the Council's grand dais. This, he said, as the surviving Council members gathered, is the story of Valoran, their art, their kindness, what they gave us, and what you took. The lights dimmed again. They watched, and for the first time the Council cried. But humans weren't done. One final broadcast from Earth went galaxy-wide. We do not seek conquest. We seek memory. But if you force us to choose between silence and justice, then know this: Earth remembers. Earth retaliates. And Earth never comes alone. Behind the transmission, an image bloomed. Human ships surrounding newborn Valoran colonies. Secret ones, hidden even from Earth's allies. Valoran DNA revived. Their children carried forward by human will. Earth had not just retaliated. It had resurrected. Epilogue. Decades later, schoolchildren of dozens of species read about the fire years when Earth scorched the stars not out of vengeance but of loyalty. Statues of Valoran stood beside human explorers, and above every human embassy one phrase was etched in alloy. We remember our friends. Always.